Everybody, welcome today's guest, Fedor Nazarov! There he goes. There he is. There he is.
Yes, hello, man.
Hey,
Nice to see
Fedor.
you.
What's going on, buddy? Thank you so much for being on the show. Um,
Everything. Big thanks for invitation. Sorry for delay. I decided to make some tea
no,
for
no, no. I honestly got the time mixed up. It's all my fault. So I appreciate you
No,
coming on.
I didn't turn you off during this time, so I heard everything.
Yeah. Oh, you heard. So I heard everything. You heard the nonsense. Well, then you must have heard us looking at eRoom's Twitch page and trying to find his fluffy cats. We found out that eRoom likes Judas Priest. Are you a fan of Judas Priest? Are you familiar with Judas Priest?
Uh, to tell the truth, not so much. Not so much.
Are you a fan of
Uh,
metal or?
I can say that I was huge fan of metal. Now it's very lots of things are going on in my life, so I do not have so much time for listening to new music and even old music too as well. But of course, still I was growing up on Metallica, on Motorhead, and so on.
Yeah.
It's always somewhere here in my heart, but there is too less space there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's is it hard for you to listen to those bands now because of your current situation, or you just
No, no, it's just something, some problem inside my head that
ah,
I'm not very open-minded for music that I didn't hear before.
I see. So you're not. I got you. I got you. No, I get it. I get it. I'm kind of the same way. It's hard for me to get in the new stuff now, but only because I grew up. I'm a little bit older now, and I like the songs that I like. So it is a little bit more difficult for me to get into newer stuff.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, I think there is a part of truth. There is part of truth in your words, right?
yeah, man. So I really appreciate you coming on the show, and
Thanks for the invitation once again.
I I uh, I really dig your band. And can you say the name of your band for me? Because I don't think I'm saying it right.
It's GjeldRune.
Guild. Okay, GjeldRune. Okay.
GjeldRune. Yes, I know it's hard. It's okay. You called it GjeldRune. Okay, it's fine for me. I have to, I have to say that it's the most respectful pronunciation of our name.
Oh, okay. Well, I have this American tongue, so it doesn't work that well. So, you now your band is from Russia, correct?
Exactly. Yes, it's Russian band.
Uh-huh. And are you from Russia as well?
Yes, yes. All of all the members of the band are from the same city.
Oh, okay.
Uh, besides just one member. Yes, other
Okay.
people.
What
Came.
city are you guys from?
We are from city called Dubna.
Duma. Okay.
Dubna. It's a small town, smallest for Russia.
Uh-huh.
A small town, 100 kilometers to the north from Moscow.
Oh, okay. So not super far from the big city, but far enough. It's far enough for
No,
you to.
as for Russia, it's really very, very close
Mm-hmm.
because, there are very lots of people who drive every morning to Moscow to job, and
Hmm.
in the evening they go back, and they do that from Monday to Friday.
Oh.
Once I met a guy who do that for 20 years in a row. Well, 5 hours in the road.
5 hours
So
every day of your life just traveling plus working all
plus
day.
working and plus driving through Moscow or going by metro or something like that.
Wow.
Well,
That's a lot. That's a lot of traveling just to get to work, man. That's a lot.
I
My
felt
my father used to he used to travel for work as well. He would go about 50. I don't know how many is that in kilometers, but he would go about 50 miles every day, which was
Wow.
like an
Wow.
hour. It was about an hour every each way.
Yes. It's something like the distance between Moscow and our hometown.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, that it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We have a question from the chat, and the question is, how did you meet? How did the band meet?
Oh, I have to try to remind that for myself. You know, there was there was already internet.
Mhm.
It was kind of 15 years ago when I met our current bass guitarist and our vocalist Evgeny. It was 2007 or 2008, I don't remember already. And we were just playing in separate bands and just met there. You know, we are from small town. All the musicians are well known between everyone,
Mhm.
and the difference between us, the six of us, and all the rest musicians from our city, that we didn't want to hold on. We wanted to grow up, to play music, not to finish that. Actually, there are just a few bands, active bands in our town, and we're just one of them. Just activity helped us to meet all together at one place.
I got you. I got you. So you guys, it's a small town, so you guys were able. So everybody knew each other, and
Yes.
everybody sort of
Yes.
knew all the musicians in town.
Yes. If we talk about musicians, yes, definitely yes.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, because 15 years ago there were absolutely other times. Really, lots of people played music then. Now there is just very little part of that. It's the culmination moment of the musical life of the city. There were near 30, 40 bands.
Wow.
Now it will be very hard for me to remind 10 titles.
Wow. Wow. So the music scene there has sort of shrunk over the years. It's gotten smaller.
I think it's as for me, yes. As for me, yes.
Okay. Now, have you always played metal guitar, or have you always been a metal guitarist?
I started from punk rock music.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
After that, I decided for myself that I decided that I like something more technical, something more interesting, more variable. So that's why I started to play metal guitar.
that's cool. Yeah, no, I get that. Like, there's a lot of melody that goes into metal guitar. There's a lot of taking from classical music, right? Like lots of those scales that hit on classical music, and they bring it into, with a guitar, and they distort it, and it sounds metal as fuck. But yeah, I was the same way. I really enjoyed the technical side of metal, especially metal guitar. And when you're listening to bands like Metallica or Motorhead, these lead guitarists were definitely hitting those really those very melodic scales
Yes,
and
yes,
solos.
and exactly those bands made the biggest influence on me. So that's it. I can't tell that the classical music inspired me so much on the beginning. It wasn't associated for me with the
Mhm.
metal. It just came to me for understanding just in a few years after playing.
Yeah,
So where am I, and where is classical music? I would like really to be so talented as uh, to tell that I'm somewhere near with close to classical music, but unfortunately, no.
No, I get
Just
it. Yeah, no, yeah, metal just sort of metal guitar kind of takes on classical. Not necessarily that you study classical, but there is a lot of classical music in metal music.
yeah,
There's a lot of
definitely yes.
like just the scales that you play on the guitar and such. But no, I get what you're saying. And then you bass player says hi. Use less
Ah,
Nikita.
yes,
Uh,
my boy.
so this is the bass player, the bass
Yes. Yes.
player for the band. Hello, bass player from the band. Welcome. I completely butchered your band name, but I love the band. I love what you guys do. I can't understand what you guys are saying because I'm American and this is the only language I know is English. But I really dig what you guys do, and I really like that you guys incorporate. I know it says on your Instagram you guys are folk metal. What sort of inspired you guys to mix the two folk, like I'm guessing Russian folk music with metal? What sort of inspired that?
The main thing which inspired us was our vocalist.
Hmm.
Yes, I don't know if he's listening. I think he will write anything. If he wrote me yesterday that it will be very hard for him for listening our broadcasting in English, but it's okay for him. He's not maybe very sure of his level of English, but he will understand everything.
Yeah.
There is no problem. I have to say that he's one of the most smartest persons which I met in my life. The quantity of books he read is just mind blowing. He's very good, I think, at everything. Um, he's the soul of company in all the bars of the drinking beer on John playing guitar at the backyard of the house. He's always mm, he's simply very smart
Hmm.
and just folklore, some mm, uh, his history is really his strong side,
Hmm.
and he decided, and also the writing of creating of poems.
Hmm.
So he connected that, and at the same time, of course, folk metal was his favorite genre of music.
Oh.
So so he decided to enter it, and that's why personally I am in folk metal.
Hmm. I see. I
There is
see.
no other reason.
Oh,
Just
okay.
thanks to him.
Oh, okay. So because the singer, you got into it, and because the singer, now did the singer put the band together? Did he bring you guys all together, or was it something that?
No, not exactly. There was very wide networking,
Hmm.
and for example, mm, I think four of us came to the band without knowing him.
Hmm.
Just I have to say that he's master of the lyrics. He's master of idea of the band, and I am the organizer. I am the manager. I am also an HR.
Oh,
Uh, so mostly searching of the musicians was on my own.
okay, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, and so you do you book the shows too? Do you schedule the shows and the
Um,
tours?
yes, mostly yes, mostly it's my part of job,
Hmm.
but all other members help with that.
Oh, okay, cool. How do you guys?
Mostly.
Oh, go ahead.
No, no, no. Please, please.
What is the what's the process of writing like? Well, how do you guys write the music?
It's always very different, and to tell the truth, it really depends on time. It depends uh, on that what is going on in our life. For example, when we made our third album, uh, I had almost all the music written, and I had absolutely zero lyrics.
Okay, okay.
And I asked Evgeny, the vocalist, to write. Please, I need it. I have very lots of music. We need to make this album. Uh, so this third album was made such as first of all music, second of all lyrics. But
Ah,
as for me, ideal situation is having lyrics, uh, and for which I can create some music. Just see the lyrics, take guitar, and spend a little part of time for trying to sing it.
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I can appreciate that going from the lyrics because um, from the lyrics you can sort of find a mood, right? Like you can sort of
Yes, yes, definitely, yes,
yeah.
definitely, yes. But usually I have to also ask him about what are these lyrics about. Usually it's not very easy to understand. I really need some time for consulting from him.
Yeah, because just because he's referencing so many different, uh, he's referencing history and he's referencing,
Yes,
yeah,
he knows very hard words,
yeah,
and sometimes I really uh, need them to be explained.
yeah. I feel that. I feel that. So we have a question from the chat. What is it like for musicians in Russia? Is it difficult to get ahead considering the system? Can you sing about anything?
You know, it's not so brutal as you can think.
Mm.
When you don't have big audience, you can do almost everything.
Oh.
Yes, it's not truth that when you will come to the stage and tell something which cannot to be accepted by some important person,
Mhm.
that that you will get already jailed. No, it's not truth.
Mm.
But until you don't have a wide audience,
Ah,
if you're a popular artist, yes, you can have problems.
yes.
As we can see that now, we never have been a big artist.
Well,
We play mostly at small or middle venues, and we never had such problems.
mm,
But I cannot say that we won't have them. I never can be sure.
right, right. Um, so there is a certain amount of self censorship, or there's certain things that you guys can't say if you're a bigger band. If you were more popular, you wouldn't be able to say like you couldn't speak out against like the war that's going on right now if you guys were more popular.
Uh, to tell the truth, I don't have exact answer for this question.
Ah.
I see artists who tell no war at the stage, and they're very big artists,
Hmm.
and they're still free. But nobody knows what will go on tomorrow.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. That helps. That. Thank you for answering that. So your guys' band, I was sort of reading through some of the comments on your Instagram, and I had to translate it
Mhm.
over in on Google Translate, and there was a comment that said that you guys are a patriotic band. Is that true? Do you speak a lot about loving Russia and stuff in your music?
You know, there are very different understanding of what is patriotic in Russia.
Oh, okay. Uh,
The mainstream understanding of that is just no bad words,
mm,
no bad words of anything, no bad words about our president, no bad words about dirtiness on the streets of our cities. You cannot pay attention at negatives, just positives.
yeah, I
And
see.
if you show, if you talk about negative moments, if it is very easy to be called Russophobic.
Mm,
But we hear the both
mhm,
uh, sides of this question. Somebody told that we are Russophobics. Somebody told that we are truly patriotics. I think that we are patriots, but um we show that through showing also the negative parts of life in Russia, positives and negatives,
mhm.
because there is no place in the world where just positive moments.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that a lot, man, because I mean, here in the States, you have a bunch of people who, we talk badly about our own countries. There's a lot of people who love this country. I happen to love my country. I know that we've done a lot of mistakes and we've done a lot of bad things, but I understand. But there is a sense of love for my country, and so I definitely can respect that. I can respect that anyone from any country having love for their country, is not a bad thing, and
Yeah,
that
sure.
I encourage that, like there are some good things. Like, what are some of the good things about Russia that you guys might sing about, or even that you feel about? What are some of the good things about Russia?
As for me, the best part of Russia is people.
Mm,
It's uh, my best friends are Russians. All of them are Russians. Uh, I feel more happier playing concerts in Russia
mm,
because mm, I always see that people are happy of seeing us. Anyway, also I like I like the geography of Russia. I like that it's quite big. It's very interesting. Really, it's the most, as for me, it's the most interesting country in the world.
hmm.
It's very underrated, and it seems that it will be underrated. Um, but I love it for that it's impossible to explore it in 100%.
Yeah, yeah, lots of rough terrain and stuff. Yeah, I could see that. Like, I mean, it's just so massive. Have you been? Do you travel a lot throughout Russia and through the country, or have
Uh,
you?
not so much, to
Mm.
tell the truth. I saw just very small part of my country.
Mm.
I know I have very lots of friends here in Europe who visited much more places in Russia,
Mm.
much more places.
Yeah.
I was just 2,000 kilometers to the north, to the south, to the east, and that's it. I never was at the faraway east. I never saw Baikal, for example. I never saw the northern seas.
Mm.
I had a dream to once to cross the border of Russia and Norway, which is the on the far away north. But I even don't know if it will happen in future.
Oh. Oh,
But I
that's
will try.
We had another question from the chat. Uh, what is like what's Russia's comfort food, or what is the food that is liked to feel good and feel comfortable? I suppose here in America we have something called comfort food, and a lot of time it's like fried food or like very rich like sweet food and stuff like that, like desserts and stuff. So what is a food that Russia likes to eat to make you feel good?
I can say what doesn't make me feel good. It's just Russian restaurants, the most part of Russian restaurants, because they're very expensive and they're very small portions. Due to COVID, I didn't visit Russia for 17 months.
Wow.
And when I came there in June 2021, I, mm, I saw plenty of new restaurants and I decided to check every one of them. And I was disappointed of everyone. Uh,
Do you like the food in Poland better?
it seems yes, yes. I have to tell that if we talk about restaurants, if we talk about fast food, yes, I prefer Polish food
Ah, yeah.
because it's quite cheap. Not cheap, not very expensive.
Hmm.
It's not very expensive, and it's very easy to get full stomach. But the best food in Russia is the food prepared at home.
Yeah, I could see that. He does not eat a lot despite his skinny look. Oh, he does eat a lot. Oh, so you eat a lot. So it's not enough. It's like I paid all this money for this little tiny bit of food and I'm still hungry after I eat it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's true. That's a problem.
So how was so how was how had the pandemic or COVID, how has that affected your band? How did that affect your band? Did you guys? I know I saw some videos where you posted up. You guys. It was still in the pandemic. Like those one videos we played at the beginning of the stream. We those were released in November of 2020, which was still in the thick of the pandemic. So it seemed like you guys were still rocking out. But how did it affect your band?
To tell the truth, that didn't affect us so much as other bands, as the bands of our friends, for example.
Mm.
We didn't have lots of plans. We just lost a couple of concerts,
Mm.
and but everyone at that time lost their concerts. So that wasn't an extremely big problem.
Mm.
Of course, we were very sad also. For example, I didn't visit, as I told, for 17 months the hometown, didn't see the band, didn't see the family. I spent all the time here in Poland. And of course, I lost the understanding what is it to play in the band.
Mm.
When I came back, to tell the truth, I even didn't feel very satisfied because I used to that I play, if not every week, but every month. I have rehearsals, I have concerts, and it was very important part of my life. I just, me personally, I just turned off the head and did the and tried to get over my actual problems as job, for example.
Mm.
I understood that it's not for forever, and it happens such. Um, so as I told, we just lost a couple of concerts, and we started to play them again. But as you know, our plans had a big disaster. once again. And now I don't know what will go on. I can't see the future at this moment. We'll see.
And someone, the king of Beasterus, welcome in. He said, you can't cook. That's why he goes to restaurants. Is that true, Fedor? You can't cook?
Uh, I can.
You can.
I really can. I don't want. I don't have time for this.
I see. I see. I don't want to cook. I don't have time to cook.
I'm totally dead when I come back home from the work. And the only one thing which I want is silence.
Wow. Wow. I bet. What took you to Poland? Why'd you leave to Poland?
I met wife. I have met wife, and she's Pole, and I just moved to her.
Oh, that's nice.
First of all, I visited her. I really loved the city where she lives. I really loved the lifestyle, let's call it by such word. Lifestyle of Poland. It was definitely for me, so I decided that it's very good place for me to stay.
Oh, what was the difference in lifestyles between where you came from and in Poland?
It's a little bit more relaxed. People here have I rather can say that people here are a little bit happier than in Russia.
Yeah, there seems to be when you look at
this is sorry, I'm sorry. This is exactly that moment when somebody can call me Russophobic.
Oh well, it won't be me, sir. I will not do that. But it is interesting when you look at when you look at least some of the literature that I've been able to read from Russia. There is a darkness, a sadness, but there's that runs throughout it. A feudalism that sort of runs through these older classic writers and literature that comes from Russia. So I do get that vibe where people tend to be, and I don't want to put words on, I don't want to say anything bad about the Russian people. I don't have a problem with Russian people at all. They're just people, just like anybody else. But when I read the literature that comes from there, I do see sort of this darker, this embracing of darkness. But
whom did you read, for example?
Like Nietzsche, right? Nietzsche's. Yeah.
Nietzsche? No, it's not Russian.
That's not. Who is that? Oh my God! Come on! I'm so sorry. It's no problem. It's a Russian philosopher.
Dostoevsky.
Yes, thank you. Yes, the only other person, that an American would read from Russia. Yeah. So yeah, I can't even say his name. American. Okay.
Dostoevsky, and he has the same name as me.
Really? Oh yeah, Fedor, right? Okay, sweet. Am I saying that right, by the way? Fedor? Is that how you say it?
Fyodor.
Fyodor.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. My American tongue is just terrible, man.
No problem.
I apologize.
I think that my Russian tongue is bad for English as yours for Russian. It's no problem at all.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad that we could come together and talk. But you get a sense of sadness that runs through it. But there is also a sense of strength as well when you go through there. When you read through these books and when you look at history as well, when you look at the history of your country, there is this strength that comes in, this self-reliant strength that sort of runs through the country, that I can really appreciate. So I don't know. So you were saying that the people in Poland tend to be a little bit happier.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And people more far to the west, they're then more happy people.
That's so funny because that's how it is for us too. It's like the more west you go in America, the happier they get, because then you end up in California and it's
Yeah.
all sunshine and beaches and mountains and deserts and shit. It's like everybody's just living their best life out there in California. But yeah, it's definitely it's the same here. The more west you go, the happier people seem.
Yes, it's a extra strange thing, but
Yeah.
I see this in this way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, we got another question from the another author I see. I don't know how to say that. I'm not gonna even try. Uh, I can't say that.
Yeah.
Stuck
Do
in
I have
India.
to open the chat to see that?
Yeah, if you want to open the chat, you can definitely see that. Or the chat is also running on the bottom here. If you can, if you see on your screen, I don't know if you can see the bottom there, but the chat is going. It's right after the American flags. Marianne put something in. Pichorder
Hmm.
Jajev. Oh God, I'm not even gonna try, Marianne.
Oh, it's strange, but I can't see any messages at the chat. It's totally empty.
Oh, I'm sorry to see. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. Um, well,
Oh, you have to read that.
that. In any case, yo, E-room, you're stuck in Indiana, Midwest, baby, Midwest to the end. That's how we do it.
Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana. You're a state over from me. I'm in Ohio, E-room, so pretty close, pretty close. Philosopher, yeah, okay. I've never heard of them, but yes. Thank you, Marianne, for dropping that in the chat. I'll have to look into him. Um, yeah. So you're spending your time in Poland. Do you have a lot of contact with your friends and your family in
Yes,
Russia?
of course, I can't live without that. It's a very important part of my life,
Yeah.
and more of that. Some friends came here for living.
Oh
For
wow.
example, for example, now I'm not at mine apartment. It's apartment which my friend rents, and he came here from Russia too. Now he's at job, and I just asked for keys from him for a little bit of silence.
Ah, wow. Wow. So when you sit in silence, are you meditating? What are you doing? Are you thinking? What are you doing when you're sitting in silence?
To tell the truth, usually I use internet, and I'm not very proud of that.
Oh, well, that's a form of meditation.
I live from big adventure till big adventure. Everything what is between big adventures,
Mhm.
my free time is not very interesting. I was very afraid of that because during last 5 months I spent most of my time at home, and not really. Much of things happened. Just the last month, change has changed everything,
Yeah.
and that's why I really have many things to talk about.
Yeah.
But usually, you know, I trip. I have really lots of trips. I support our local football team, and I try to be at the most part uh, of the games which are taking place at other cities.
Hmm. What what kind of adventures do you go on? You said you go from big adventure to a big adventure. What kind of adventures?
So my last big adventure was, of course, visiting the Polish-Ukrainian border 2 weeks
Mhm.
ago.
Yeah.
The next, not very big, but still adventure will be in 2 weeks when I will go for the next game. After that, I will go for my birthday party to the south of the country, where I hope to see very lots of my friends.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that in the end of May, I will visit Iron Maiden concert. So
Oh, good. Yeah. So are you? So did you? I read on your Facebook that you stepped away from the band, and they're still performing. Are you going to see your band play without you, or are you going to be playing with them?
I want my band to play
Uh huh.
without me.
Ah, I see. So
Yes,
so
I
you
want.
Please go ahead.
Yes, yes, sorry. I want them to be active in spite of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And now the situation uh, doesn't allow us to have meetings, to play concerts together.
Oh, okay.
So I can just help. I can just make new music sitting home,
Hmm.
and that's it. It's not the end, definitely. It's not the end. We're waiting until it's all will be finished.
Oh, yeah. And you're waiting for you're talking about the war to be finished. Is that what you're referencing?
Yes, we need this war to be finished, definitely.
Now what is the general consensus, or I'm sorry, how are you feeling about this war? And we can get into your work that you've done at the border as well. What is your feeling about what's going on right now between Russia and Ukraine?
It's a huge problem for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I am a fourth part of me is Ukrainian.
Oh.
My grandfather is pure Ukrainian,
Ah.
and uh, happily he doesn't see what is going on now at this moment. It's a big problem for me. I don't accept that. I will never accept that. I don't need this war. This war destroys very lots of important parts of my life.
Wow.
At this moment, at least because of this war, I can't see my family, my band. It's the most minimalistic part of the problems. Of
Right.
course, the most problem is not by my side; it's by the Ukrainians.
Yeah, absolutely. And my heart goes out to the Ukrainian people for sure. Like, it's horrible. I saw some of the pictures you posted on your Facebook, and I also follow President Zelensky, and he's been doing a really great job of capturing. I mean, and I don't like to use the word great because it's not great. The pictures are not great by any means, but I think he's doing a good job of showing the how terrible the situation is right now, and how how there are innocent people just being killed, and people are dying, what seems for what seems to be a pointless death. Do you I know you have. I know there's a lot of supporters in Russia for the war. What's going on? And I was reading through a thread on your band's Instagram, and there was some people who are, you know, who are very pro the war because of certain issues that went on there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do you how do you respond to those people who are sort of pro what's happening, who are pro Russia invading Ukraine right now, and for
Tell
the
the truth. Tell the truth. We do not respond for that.
hmm,
It's at this moment. I do not see lots of sense in that.
hmm,
If a person is sure of everything, especially aggressively sure of anything, if the person can explain the deaths, mm, I will. I don't personally. I don't have what to say to such person.
hmm.
I totally disagree, but I'm not ready to use my energy for arguing with such people.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see how that. Why waste your energy on something you don't agree on in such a way? Um, it seems like there's a good amount of support coming from Russia for what's going on, but I feel like that has a lot to do with propaganda, and I feel like that has a lot to do with the Russian government sort of enforcing these messages, and people tend to believe what they see on TV or the internet, or and I can understand. I can see where they're coming from when you're all you see is on TV is like this is a good thing. They're pro, invasion, and when all they see on their internet feed is that it's a good thing, and all they see on their internet feed is Putin being glorified in these ways. I mean, it's how propaganda works, right? It's
Yes. Well, let's not to pay very lots of attention at that question tonight,
no
really,
problem.
because I'm in it for really for 10 years, and I can't answer you this question. I have absolutely no idea how it works,
Hmm.
and. Mm, Yes, it's very hard for me for listening what is going on what is going on TV
Yeah.
and so on. I just now at this moment my goal is just helping to people whom I can help.
Yeah.
This is the best medicine for me at this
Mm.
moment.
No, I completely understand. I completely understand how you would like to. That's totally fine. So, we had a question from the chat, and I don't want to forget it. And then we'll kind of come back to the work you're doing at the border. Um, I like this is from Peppy Z. I like listening to folk music from all corners of the world, and previously found Otava, Otava,
Yes, yes, I know. Ottava.
Otavayo, yes. So you know who they are, and what is your opinion about
Yes,
Otavayo?
I think they're very great. They have their own identity. There are no second band like they are. Uh, I don't like in them just the fact that they don't have their own songs or have them, but very less part. Usually they sing um, the nation song, the
Traditional.
folklore,
Yeah,
traditional folklore songs.
got
Yes,
you.
I like how they do that. I really like the melodics. I really like how they look on the stage. I saw them 3 or 4 times in different countries, and my respect. And also, we played together with them twice, it seems, at different festivals in Russia.
Oh, cool. Nice. I'm gonna have to check them out. That sounds fun, man. I mean, I like I really do enjoy like you breaking out the flute when you're playing the flute and stuff. Do you also play the accordion? Is
I really tried.
mm-hmm.
I bought an accordion, but I can play it when it's just lays down,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody helped me to push it. Yes, you can see such video at our YouTube channel. It's quite weird, but there is very lots of fun in that.
Oh, I now I want to see that video. now, now,
It's from I will can help. It's from 2014
okay,
or
so it's a while
2015.
ago. A while ago. Let
Yes,
me
years
see.
ago.
Let me see.
When we were young and beauty.
Maybe. Oh, maybe this is it. Hold on. Oh, that's not. Is
No,
that?
no, not this one. Here, exactly here, I try to keep it correctly, but
So this is.
not this one. Not to closer to the top. More. Ah, here it is. Here it is. To the right. Yes, this one.
This one.
Yes, this one.
Let's see it, guys. Oh, okay.
Соберись. Раз, два, три, четыре.
That's That's cool though. Hey, whatever gets the job done, man. Whatever gets the job done.
Yes, if it's stupid but it works, it is not stupid.
Right, right. And you can hear that on a recording. What album is that from?
This is our EP from 2015, В парусах цвета зари.
Awesome. So you use that in there, and so it came
Yes,
through.
yes, yes, it is used there.
Oh, I love it. No, I'm the same way, man. If I can't figure out a an instrument, then I will figure out how to do it without having to do it properly. You know, I will try to make it work any way possible. That's very cool. Mad respect, bro. Mad respect. So kind of coming back to your work you're doing at the border, can you tell me what you were doing at the border, and are you still working? Are you still heading? Are you going back
No,
and forth? Go ahead.
no, I live far away from the border.
Okay.
There is near 700 kilometers, near 400 miles.
Wow.
I can't count it in miles. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. How many kilometers was it?
700.
700 kilometers to miles. We'll just let Google answer this for us. So about 400. Yeah, you were right. About 400 miles. So
Yes, I live 20 kilometers from the border, but from the border with Lithuania.
Yes. Okay, I see. I see.
It's the northeast part of Poland, and I worked at the southeast, southeast part from in the city calling Przemyśl.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to call.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. So a friend of mine, my ex-business partner, came there to the border at second or third day of the war, and he started to work there. He just came to pick up his friends and understood that he's needed there. So I kept contact with him, and he told that there is a big necessity for my coming there because the refugee center needs volunteers who speak Russian and Polish. And I always thought that there is no problem in finding such people, but it was.
Wow.
So when I came there more than 1 month ago, I felt really needed. I was busy 24 hours in a day. I really had. I went there with a friend of mine, with Polish friend of mine who speaks Polish and Russian as well, and we worked there almost without breaks. We just there is plenty of types of job there. You can simply pick up the baggage of because most part of refugees, for you to know, is just women and children. There are almost no of men, and they go there with really huge luggage sometimes, because they have to pack all their life in 2 bags, and sometimes they're very heavy, and the easiest way you can help is just to pick this luggage up and to bring it to the bus.
Wow. Yeah.
Also,
oh, please keep going.
yes. First of all, I started from just picking up 2 families from the border and bringing them here to my city.
Oh, wow.
For staying, yes, they live here already more than for 1 month.
Wow.
They work here, so
that's wild. So you just picked up this family and took them back to your town that you live in?
yes. I asked my Facebook friends for donating me if anybody can. So I've got a little amount of money, which was enough for petrol, for food, and I went a couple of times to Warsaw and to the border just by one day, going there and back,
Wow.
just for bring people to the to safe places.
What was the types of things that you were seeing at the border with the refugees? What is the what is the attitude, or what is the feeling coming from the refugees? And what did you perceive?
To tell the truth, I was very afraid what I will meet there.
Really?
I thought I was preparing for big negative emotions.
Wow.
But I have to say that those women are very strong. It seems that they will never show what they have in their heart
Wow.
for publicity.
Wow.
Just a very less of part, less part of people cry or show any kind of negative or arguing with somebody. But anyway, I just accepted that. I can't even imagine what do they feel, and even any woman starts shouting at me, I just keep it calmly.
Yeah.
It's normal. It's normal. It's not problem. My problems is nothing comparing to her problems.
Yeah.
I live in my own home. I have family. Everybody is healthy, and they come. They cross the border. We mostly without their husbands, without men, because every man between 18 and 60 years old can't leave Ukraine now. Maybe with a huge reason. For example, if men have lots of children and he goes across the border without his wife, without the mother of those children. Yeah. So there were, I met really lots of people, a huge amount of people. I never had such quantity of communication.
Wow.
Yes, I think the most emotional moment for me was when I saw a mother with a little boy. He was near maybe 4 years old. He was very tired and he told, "Mommy, I want to go home." And she answered, "Sorry, I'm sorry, but we can't go home. There is a war." Yes.
That's horrible. That's absolutely terrible. We had a question from the chat. Are the men volunteering to stay in the Ukraine? Is there a lot of men who are volunteering? I know that they're being forced to stay because of what's going on, but was there
Men
a lot
in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Yes, of course, because as I know, not all men can join the territorial defense. And those people who do not join it, they of course try to help.
Yeah.
They do what they can. To tell the truth, I do not have. I have a few friends in Ukraine who didn't join the force, but they're just working.
Mm-hmm.
They're just working, and they're preparing to be called.
Wow. Yeah, and have you had any any friends in the Ukraine that's been directly involved? Then that's what you're saying, that you have friends down in the Ukraine that are directly involved with what's going on?
No, exactly, friends. Never mind from which side, from Russian side or from Ukraine side. Happily, I don't know anybody, but I have a very big part of my family living in Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
Happily in cities which are not touched by war.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting that there are. It's interesting. It's. I mean, and I hate to use the word interesting because it's horrible and it's morbid, but that it's odd, I guess, how some cities are being really torn apart right now, and then there's some cities not being touched at all. I don't know why. Well, I guess there's only a limited amount of bombs you can drop on a city in one day. God forbid, but it is a. I guess from an American perspective, we just imagine the whole country is under siege, and everybody's sort of feeling the effects of it. With the American sanctions and the sanctions that are putting on Russia, is that affecting any of your bandmates, or is that affecting anybody that you know?
Yes, it affects. The easiest, the first example, I can't send money to Russia, directly to Russia now,
Yeah,
from Poland. It's impossible.
yeah, that's
All
well,
bank transfers are cancelled. All the applications which helped me with that are cancelled.
wow.
But I found a way to do that, so
That's awesome,
I'm,
though.
I'm still in the game.
And I don't want to, I don't want you if you're not comfortable with saying, but is it like crypto? Is that how you're sort of working around it? Cryptocurrency?
No, I do not work with crypto.
Mm,
I just really work just with money on bank account.
okay.
Just
So you're
a
still,
little bit of creativity and everything will go on. But it's I can't say that it's okay. It's absolutely not okay.
yeah, yeah,
These
yeah.
these sanctions are beating in wrong people.
Yeah. No, it does seem like the sanctions are hurting people that have nothing to do with this, nothing to do with the war, and even like when I look at Spotify, for instance, right? They remove their services from Russia, and I'm just like, why would you take music from people? Like, why would you take? I mean, something that can comfort people, like music, And there's different bands, like Pink Floyd. I don't know if you know who Pink Floyd is, but Pink Floyd decided to take their music and make it unavailable to the people of Russia. What?
Let's. I can't tell, but just I want to ask that. I will tell about that, and let's not touch that question anymore. I
Sure.
think this exiting of companies, as it has to work ideally, just when they don't work in Russia, they do not pay taxes. They do not pay the taxes by money which will be used for war in Ukraine.
Hmm.
It works. It has to work this way, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So it's just my opinion. I don't know where is the truth.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't, to tell the truth now, I don't want even to think about it. Where is it actually?
Okay. No worries, man. No, I mean, I can't imagine being so close to it, having family so involved, or so close to all this. I'm sure that weighs heavily on you. So I'm not gonna push, man. I'm not gonna push at all. Someone, your bandmate says, I can say for myself, at least because of the sanctions, I can't buy anything on Steam, and it really bothers me because I have 580 games and I want that 600. All right, all right, it's a joke. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. No, no, just it sucks that people are being affected the way they are, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. So I'm curious. So like you brought some refugees back to your hometown. How did that work? Where did they live? Where did they stay? I mean, how did that?
Uh, the city,
Yeah.
the city, the president of the city have to share any free spaces for them.
Hmm.
Uh, for example, what is about my city? Refugees are living in private families.
Mm.
So family just without any problems can say, we have enough space. Family of mother and daughter with a small dog can join. I have a room, bathroom. Just you can live there for free. When you will find a job, we can start talking about payment for that. City shares the hotel, which belong to city. There are near 20 or 30 rooms where refugees can stay. It's not the worst option.
Right.
But well, how does the mechanism works? The ideal situation for refugee, if she has mostly, if she has any friends or any members of family here in the European Union, they can go directly to them. It's the best option.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
If the person has nobody, she crosses the border. She crosses the border. And she can stay for future 2-3 nights at the refugee center. It's a huge space with a very big quantity of beds, and you can stay there. It's very uncomfortable, that's true, because there are hundreds of other people which are sleeping at the same space with you.
Right.
I spent 3 nights in this way. It's very hard. It's very hard to sleep in such space. You have to be really very, very tired to fall asleep. People start waking up at 6 o'clock. You can't sleep longer than a few hours. It's horrible, but still you have a roof over your head. You have a free food. So to tell the truth, everything is okay. Somehow everything is okay. At some point of view, you are not at war. You are in safety.
Wow.
There, after that, when you have taken a rest, you can find a place to stay for a longer time. And thanks to volunteers all over the Europe, there is a very big quantity of offers from every part of Europe. Just person comes to this refugee center and he tells, I can pick up 15 persons to the private hotel in a small village near, for example, Frankfurt am Main in Germany. They will have accommodation, they will have food, and we will try to help with job there. It's rather, this is the best option. And person just have to trust. The person has to trust to such person and to go with. And there this person can feel safety and spend the nearest days, maybe weeks, maybe months there. And to tell the truth, all Europe really helps a lot, especially Poland.
Wow.
Now we have here 2.5 million of refugees.
Wow.
And somehow they live here. There is a big crisis of places to sleep. There are almost no more of private offers, but there are still. And yes, and the people can feel safety here. They have space. They have space to stay.
Wow. That's thank goodness that's that's available, because there's just, I can't imagine 2 million people, I couldn't imagine, we border on Canada, 2 million Canadians, flooding in because of war. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to be housed and accommodated. So, I mean, hats off to Poland and Europe for taking on this huge endeavor. It really is. Um, what was when you were leaving leaving the refugee camp and leaving the border? Was there a sense of relief? Did you feel like you helped? Did you feel like you were doing
Yes.
something?
My first 3-day trip to the border 1 month ago, I think it really changed whole my life because I just looked absolutely in another way at people, at their problems. I can't rather explain that well, but it seems that I has become more patient,
Hmm.
more, if I can tell that, understandable for problems of other people.
Yeah. Yeah. You understand where they're coming from more. Yeah. No, I can only imagine, man. So what is what you own your own business? Is that what you do? You're a
Yes,
business owner?
yes, I have a small business in my city.
Do you mind talking about it? What do you do?
Yes, of course. As I wanted many years ago, I print merchandising for music bands.
Oh, really? That's so awesome. So do you design too? Do you do like
No, no, I do not design. I just produce the printings.
okay, and is it something that you print there in Poland or is it something where you have it printed in another country and have it shipped over?
I print all over the European Union.
Gotcha.
The most positive parts of working in Poland is that you can easily work with whole European Union. So I have
Mm.
clients rather from every part of European Union.
That is rad. That is so cool. So besides managing your band, do you do any other kind of management? Do you book for any other bands, or is it just mostly you do the printing?
Yes, it's the main part of my life
That's really
for
cool. That's
for
really.
last 3 4 years.
What got you into that?
It's just thanks to the band.
Ah, yeah.
I can say that everything is happening. What is happening in my life is thanks to the band, thanks to music.
Wow.
I have met my wife thanks to music, thanks to another folk metal band from Russia.
Oh,
Oh, by
really?
the way, I'm exactly in the department of the drummer of that band.
Oh, okay.
Thanks to each one, I have met my wife,
What's the name
and
of that
the job,
band?
and the job, of course. I always wanted to connect my passion and work and job.
Yeah,
So pre-merchandising was the ideal decision for me.
that's really cool. How do you? Who designs the? So like, do you have them send you the designs and then you just have them printed out?
99% of cases, yes, the band or just another one client send designs to me, and then I just produce it. But sometimes client can ask me to help with design, and then I turn on in the job some my friends
Mhm.
designers. I have lots of them.
Cool.
So
That's so cool, man. That is so cool that you met. So your wife's a music, or your. Did you say your wife? Are you married?
yes,
So you met your wife and she was in a different folk metal band. What
no,
was?
no, no, no. She was just listening
Ah,
to the same music as me.
okay, okay. So that's how you connected. All right, that's awesome.
And I came to her to tell, hey, I play in folk metal band. You know, with people like that.
Hey, what's up, baby? I play in a folk metal band too. Let's go. I love that. Hey, it worked though. It worked. Here you are. You're married.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and that's why every positive moment of my life has happened thanks to GjeldRune.
Yeah, that's
I always told that, and everything what will happen in future wouldn't happen without this band.
wow. That's
So
really
maybe, as I wrote at our 10 years jubilee, maybe we're not very popular. Maybe we do not have very wide audience. We do not have world tours, but it's really the band has completed my life, and this life is happy somehow.
yeah. Yeah, that's
And I am really, that's why, very thankful to the people with whom I made music, and to the other bands whom I met on my road.
yeah. Yeah, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there because I think ending on a positive note would be a great way to end this. Fedor, I really appreciate you coming on here and making time for this show. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on, so I really appreciate you fitting this in and making it happen, man. Like I really, really enjoyed your perspective on what's going on over there, and your perspective in general, man. I really do appreciate you coming on, and thank you to the bandmates who popped in. He said best pickup ever. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with? Any parting words that you would like to leave us with?
Sorry. Can you repeat? I just tried to read the comments in the chat. I finally see that.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's on the bottom there, scrolling.
Yes, sorry. I just figured that out.
It's all good, man. It's all good. You can always go back and watch the video. This will be live. Well, this will be on Twitch as well, and I'll release it on YouTube and stuff. Is there anything, any parting words, any words of wisdom, anything you want to leave us with before you leave?
Stay happy and sleep a lot.
Hell yeah. I'm with that. Stay happy and sleep a lot.
First of all, sleep a lot, and it will mean that you will be happy.
Fair enough. Everybody, put your hands together. Thank you, Fedor. I appreciate you. You have a great rest of your evening, and I'll be in touch soon about about the audio release and all of that. Thank you very much, Fedor. I appreciate
Thank you, man.
You have a great rest of your
evening.
Thank
you so much for the invitation. Oh, it was very great. The time has passed too fast.
Oh, well, I
didn't expect that.
Well, man, it's you have a lot of awesome things to say. So, I mean, you had, it was you, man. You kept it going. Oh, thank you, Reina. Thank you. Oh yeah, there's things that pop up too.
Great.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, and everybody, give him some love. Fedor Nazarov, everybody. All right, bro. I'll talk to you soon. There he went. Yeah. The crowd goes wild. Boom.